gap between them.
And all of whom sat in silence to watch and listen. Lovely ovation for him. 27 years of age. Imagine being able to do that. Well, we'll have a game in a moment. It's been a fun tour, this. It's been really terrific. Paris Saint-Germain have won 2 out of 2. They were certainly pushed by Kawasaki Frontale. Less so in the second game by Urawa Reds, who did have their moments, certainly. But Gamba Osaka in the relegation zone at the moment in Japan. Well, they're going to have to pull a performance out of somewhere. Lots of friendship here before the game, but that will soon ebb away, of course. All football players will tell you, really, there's no such thing as a friendly game. Reynel Kimpembe going through his final pre-match routine. Been a theme of this tour, the group photo. All smiles now. Can PSG make it 3 out of 3 for this their final game of the tour? They make 8 changes. Juan Bernat, Marco Verratti, Pablo Sarabia, the 3 who keep their places. That means that Kylian Mbappe does not start, but both Lionel Messi and Neymar do. Gigio Donnarumma returns in goal. Vitinha looks to continue his excellent introduction to the club. What a midfield partnership he and Verratti could turn out to be. A strong bench, of course it is. Kylian Mbappe and Mauro Icardi and Arnaud Kalimuendo, who scored in both of these tour matches so far. Our referee is Futoshi Nakamura, assisted by Hiroshi Yamauchi and Yukitaka Kumagai. Masuya Ueda is the 4th official here. There's the Gamba Osaka captain, Shu Karata, and Marquinhos. Back to captain Paris Saint-Germain, the home side, geographically at least, make 3 changes to the team that lost the Osaka derby against Cerezo in their last game. The Korean centre-half Kwon is out of the matchday squad entirely. Mitsubishi Saito and Jiro Nakamura both begin on the bench. Gen Shoji comes in at the back. Shu Karata and Ryotaro Mishino both hope to land a blow on an occasionally shaky Paris Saint-Germain backline. It's Mitsuki Saito and Nakamura, as you can see there, who both start on the bench. There is Galtier, the new man in charge of Paris Saint-Germain. And what kind of impact is he going to make? Gamba, coached by Tomohiro Katanosaka, got Oita Trinidad into the J-League. He was the 2019 J-League Coach of the Year as well. And it's been something of a surprise that he hasn't really got Gamba Osaka going just yet. So we hope for a classical game to follow that beautifully classical start we had. Can Paris Saint-Germain once again hit all the right notes, both here and throughout their season? It's a difficult job, isn't it, for Galtier, because it's really a knockout competition that sets their standard. One bad night and all that ambition can go out of the window, whether it's a bad night against Barcelona or whoever, but things can go wrong very, very quickly, and he knows that. Galtier says that he has been explicitly told that the target isn't just the Champions League, but there's always a sense with PSG If you win the league and win the cup and get to the quarter-finals of the Champions League and then go out, that's still somehow a failure. Those are the new standards for Galtier after great success with Saint-Etienne in one way, but then Lille and a good job with Nice as well. But now, the standards, the objectives are very, very different. Anyway, the objective for now is to make it 3 wins out of 3 on this pre-season tour and create some positive headlines. It was a pretty well delivered set piece by Hideki Ishige.
Aquí solo!
Mentioned it at the start, but we have seen, probably understandably, 1 or 2 bits of defensive shakiness from Paris Saint-Germain on this tour so far, notably against Kawasaki Frontale when they conceded late on and very nearly conceded again. Keylor Navas was in good form against Urawa Reds, particularly early on in that game. Actually, Sergio Rico made one glorious second half save as well. It wasn't just down to Keylor Navas. Anyway, it's Donnarumma today. Sergio Rico, rumour has it anyway, will be perhaps on his way back to Fulham. There's been some interest there. I think it would be Donnarumma and Keylor Navas as it was last season, vying for that number 1 spot. That's quite a choice, isn't it, for Galtier to make? Here's Verratti. Now Marquinhos. And there's Nuno Mendes. Little touch from Neymar, and now Kimpembe. Vitinha. Nicely worked now for Lionel Messi to burst into space. And Higashiguchi makes a useful early stop. Messi won't be happy about the nature of his finish, though. It was straight at the keeper, really. He wanted hard and low across him, I'm sure. Big smile. Decision going against Sergio Ramos. I think he was hinting that was incorrect. Here's the moment again. If you get caught out of position against PSG, this can happen to you pretty quickly. It was a good defensive run by Gen Shoji. One of the 3 players has come in to get across and just break up that run of Messi. Gen Shoji, Japanese international, 20 caps. Plenty of experience, even just at the age of 29. Offside flag there. Take a look at this Gamba Osaka side. It does look a little safety first in terms of the way they're set up. They attack the midfield and they're going to try and hassle and harry Paris Saint-Germain. It's a team that's been picked to try and get a result rather than one to entertain, and nothing wrong with that. See Musashi Suzuki, born in Montego Bay in Jamaica, is the player who's leading the line, the Japanese international. Slightly different sort of threat for Kimpembe and co. The last game, Urawa Reds, they were up against 2 very good channel running strikers, smaller and quicker, and they caused some problems as well. But here, more muscular Suzuki, as that's laid forward to Neymar, who's timed the run perfectly. Was it a foul? Referee says no. Neymar, as he always does, disagrees. I suspect the referee got that right, but it was borderline. Funny, isn't it, as well, for all the skill and the superstardom you would say about Neymar that he has pace, but it's by no means electric pace, and you could see there he was just struggling to having got into a great position, run away from them as Kimpembe's fouled. After trying a Cruyff turn in an interesting place. Lovely skill from Neymar. And a raking long pass as well to follow. Here's Kurakawa. Now Meshino. Suzuki, good touch from him, but just got away there from Meshino. Here's Darwan. Fukuoka. Onose. Forward by Sarabia, who was excellent in that game against Urawa Reds. Now Leo Messi. His little flick forward. There's Hakimi. Floated through towards Messi, who was trying to score with a header of all things. Already scored a goal with his right foot in the opening game of this tour. Verratti and Vitinha, you might argue that they're too similar, but I think they're going to be terrific in their Paris Saint-Germain midfield together. One or two names that talked about in terms of arriving. Renato Sanchez being one, Kefren Turan being another. They did look at Seko Fofana from Lens, who had such a wonderful last campaign, but he simply cost too much. The Idrissa Gana game may yet be the third. Those two, I think, are going to be fantastic for Paris Saint-Germain. Great ball players. Here's Marquinhos. He, by the way, could easily slot in and play there as well. He's such an adaptable player. Very few centre halves as good on the ball as him. Here's Kimpembe. Still being linked with a move away. Chelsea still talked about. I'm sure many of these stories will develop with these Paris Saint-Germain players once this tour is over. For example, Leandro Paredes is on the bench here, having not been for the opening two games. He is, by all accounts, almost certain to go to Juventus. Experience tells you in the summer, in particular in the transfer window, that things are talked about for a while and then they happen very quickly. Higashiguchi. That's a really good ball, fired in and just bounced away from Meshino. And Shukarata making those runs in from that left-hand side as well. Think of an enigmatic player. Shukarata, a little bit inconsistent. But 350 appearances nearly in a Gamba Osaka shirt since joining in 2007, joining the first team, that is. Shows that he's been consistent enough. There he is wearing the captain's armband. Here's Messi. You can hear the buzz in the stadium. You know what they've come to see. They want their own team to do well, but there's a few Japanese Paris Saint-Germain fans dotted around as well, who just want to see the superstars in action. That's one back. It's threaded for Messi, who tries to pick his spot, but there was no power, and Higashiguchi read that pretty well. Hakimi, such a constant threat. One back by Verratti. There's Messi to arrow it towards the feet of Neymar, just never quite got there. Onose just keeps going away from Kimpembe and hit the cross first time. Can they seize on the chance? No, Machino sees his effort blocked away. That's good endeavour from Gamba Osaka. Both Paris Saint-Germain's opponents prior to today have started brightly, and then PSG have just worn them down really through their quality. Gamba Osaka a little bit in their shell to start off with, but now maybe starting to put together a bright start to the game. Let's see. Ishige with the corner. Usefully fizzed in, and it might go anywhere. Verratti desperately trying to clear it away. Still they can't. Where's it going to fall for Gamba? Smashed goalwards and blocked. It was Jen Shoji who had the effort. I think he does the right thing, but Donnarumma is not happy. I think he was pointing at a Gamba player there. He didn't like the contact. But this was the poor defensive effort from PSG. It all started with that Donnarumma punch. Cleared by Marquinhos in the end. Donnarumma can't make decisions like that, and if he is going to make them, he's got to do better. Punch barely reached the penalty spot. Teased into the near post, easier that time for Hakimi. And of course, pre-season vulnerabilities are fine as long as they're ironed out, but I would say that's a fairly continual thing with Donnarumma. And bad decision-making can become a habit as well. Already got a remarkable amount of experience, even at the age of 23. Over 200 appearances for Milan. 17 starts last season in Ligue 1, 47 caps for his country already. Player of the tournament at a Euro, and a winner of the Euro, but he won't be going to the World Cup, of course. Remarkably. Combination of Switzerland and North Macedonia did for Italy. There's Verratti, another who fits into that category. Now Hakimi, Vitinha. Floated through by Verratti. Flag stays down. It's Neymar who's denied by Masaki Higashiguchi. Terrific save from the 36-year-old. Neymar did everything right. Sat the goalkeeper down. It was that right leg that saved Higashiguchi. What a pass from Verratti. But if Gamba Osaka don't sort themselves out defensively in terms of pressure on the ball and that defensive line, it won't be long before PSG score. Good game though, 15 minutes in. Here's Machino. Rather hacked down there by Verratti. He's rarely too far away from the booking. 127 yellow cards in 378 games for Paris Saint-Germain. Marco Verratti. Messi. Hakimi was up there in support. Now Sarabia to whip it in for Messi. Great defensive challenge. a certain goal if there was no intervention from a Gamba Osaka player. Genta Miura stretching out the right boot. In from Messi. Bounces through rather scruffily, and Vitinha had a swipe. He's never going to be a prolific goal scorer. Marquinhos, now Kimpembe. Here's Miura. Way by Sergio Ramos. Ishige. Now Kosuke Onose. Neymar. Nearly. Sarabia tried to let it run through for Messi, but there wasn't quite enough pace on the ball. There's Fukuoka. And now Kosuke Onose. Here's the Brazilian Dohan. Now Genta Miura. Just lost the Osaka derby to Cerezo Osaka. 16th in the table, third bottom, only 2 off the bottom. In terms of points, Jubilo Iwata, they should be doing a lot better than that. Lost their last 3 and scored only once in those games. 12 games left, they could yet be in trouble. Gamba Osaka. Here's Neymar. Lovely, quick, dazzling feet. And Sarabia thought he turned it home and can't believe that he didn't. Scored against Urawa Reds and very nearly got one there, but Higashiguchi with a fine reflex save in the end. Don't think Sarabia quite made the contact he wanted there. Just looped it goalwards rather than fired it. And that might have made the difference. Dohan. Here's Fukuoka. Ishige. Well, they've ridden their luck a little bit here, Gamba Osaka. They've caused a problem or two at the other end as well, and it's goalless 20 minutes in the Panasonic Stadium in Suita, Osaka. Onose is full of fire down that right-hand side, but makes the odd mistake, and he gave it away there. They've won a free kick here. Paris Saint-Germain just a bit too much on the challenge there on Hakimi. Messi to one side and Neymar to the other. That familiar Paris Saint-Germain option here. He's had a good game so far. Masaki Higashiguchi. Good position for right or for left foot. It's Messi! Just wouldn't dip in time. Almost tried to feather that into the top corner rather than fire it. Higashiguchi might have been struggling if it had been in the top corner. There's a good running from Vitinha and then a bit of skill from Neymar. Watch Sarabia now. Just scuffed it a bit. I've got to say though, it's still an outstanding save. I think if Sarabia catches it clean, it's a goal, but it could easily have been one anyway. Higashiguchi on the way down and then claws that right hand up to just flick it in the air. Yeah, it's a really good save, that. Great angle, isn't it, that from behind the goal. So cooling break time, and Galtier starting to make a tactical point or two. Verratti very much his midfield leader on the field, the pivot of this side. Neymar here with that burst forward. This is what I meant about that touch of pace. It's not that he's slow, but with that real little bit of extra pace, he's away there, isn't he? There's no foul on him. Maybe he has his foot caught, but it's not a deliberate foul. So we get back underway with Masaki Higashiguchi. This clearance. Vitinha. Sergio Ramos now. Comfortable header Header for Onose, and now the strong running Musashi Suzuki. Here's Verratti. Vitinha. Clever from Neymar for Lionel Messi. What about that for a pass? Hakimi! Another fine save by Masaki Higashiguchi. Closed down the angle, pulled off the save. Big round of applause for the 36-year-old goalkeeper. Virtuoso display so far. Miura. Smashed into the back of Messi. Could be a big mistake. Here's Lionel Messi. It's another fine save, but Sarabia was not to be denied. You have to feel for Masaki Higashiguchi, who's had such a day in the Gamba Osaka goal. He makes another save there, but it's Sarabia with the follow-up who makes them pay, and Paris Saint-Germain leads. Sarabia's second in two. All came from that unfortunate deflection. You're being mega critical of the goalkeeper. Maybe he could have pushed it away from goal, but got Messi bearing down on him. It was a difficult save, and no luck. Well, it would be hard to argue that Paris Saint-Germain don't deserve to be in front, so to an extent justice is done, but just not on the Gamba Osaka goalkeeper. They get it forward quickly, and Suzuki just wasn't able to control. Neymar. There was nearly a miscommunication at the back there, but they do the right thing and hammer it clear. For Pablo Sarabia, who may well be on his way out of the club, is the current joint top scorer on this tour with Arno Kalimwendo, who also might be on his way out of the club. Such is the nature of these pre-season tours, and of course we have to say might be, because nothing with a new coach in particular is written in stone. Vitinha. Verratti bided his time to pick out Neymar. He looks for the angle and is clipped for sure. And Paris Saint-Germain have a clear penalty. The quick feet of Neymar just too much for the defender. And they're going to have a chance in double quick time to double their lead. Referee with no hesitation. Let's have a look. Miura commits himself there, and it's the left foot that sweeps round and clips Neymar. No complaint at all. So Neymar himself will take the penalty. Higashiguchi's been a hero so far. Neymar looking for his first contribution of this tour of Japan. And up he steps to roll it home for 2-0. Made it look so easy, just committed the keeper. And then it's simple. Now it looks a long way back, doesn't it, for Gamba Osaka? The old Geisker Mendieta way of taking a penalty, that you sit the goalkeeper down and then you got the whole goal to aim at. There's always the logic of that technique, and Mendieta missed only once in his career, so got a lot to be said for it. Two goals in 4 minutes. Paris Saint-Germain starting to look dangerous against this team in the relegation zone in the J-League. A huge name, of course, though, Gamba Osaka. 13th last season. They had a poor time of it after finishing second the year before. Good league to watch, the J-League, in terms of never quite being sure who's going to win it. It's really competitive. Entertaining as well. Shige. Now Onose just kept going. Good running, Onose. Oh, they've got a goal back, have they? Yes! Huge celebrations from the home supporters here. Paris Saint-Germain once again made a mess of things. Onose with that little flick and the terrific run. Suzuki flung himself at it. Donnarumma made the save. And eventually they forced it home. I wondered for a moment if it was Suzuki's goal. So too did he. But Keisuke Kurakawa pulls one back. The second goal that PSG have conceded on this pre-season tour. They were appealing for a hand, but Kurakawa's goal stands. It's a good game, this, isn't it? Kurakawa, defender, has scored twice this season in the J-League, so he does make those forward runs down the left-hand side. We shouldn't be hugely surprised that he got on the score sheet here. But that is something that's been waiting to happen on this tour. Been troubled regularly by that sort of movement, and it's no massive surprise that it was Kosuke Onose down this right-hand side that created things. But he's run really hard at Juan Bernat, who hasn't always had the answer. Here they come again. Nuno Mendes, of course, the left back, being put under pressure by Onose. Here's Verratti. Now Marquinhos. Neymar. Got a game at the Panasonic Stadium Just when it looked as if Paris Saint-Germain might be strolling to a big win, they concede and things get really interesting. Kimpembe. Now Sarabia. Vitinha. What a pass that is for Nuno Mendes to make it 3. What a finish that is. And that 2-goal advantage is restored in this richly entertaining game. He's in acres of space, but he's still got a lot to do. Too much power on that for Higashiguchi. His weight was at his near post, just blocking that finish. And Nuno Mendes flashed it to the other side. Shige. Now Fukuoka. Marquinhos. Here's Verratti. Neymar just ran out of room there. Messi. Nice weighted pass there for Neymar. Sarabia made a good run. Messi made a better one and arrives in behind to make it 4. No answer from Gamba Osaka to that one. They pulled it back to 2-1 and they've woken up Paris Saint-Germain here. Lovely play from the front three. Space created for Messi, and having scored with his right in the first game of this tour, normal service is resumed as he sweeps home with his left. Dawan. Here's Fukuoka. Chipped away by Masaki Higashiguchi. wonder if they'll take their foot off the gas a little bit. They won't want to come here and humiliate Gamba Osaka or anything like that, but the problem is, having started tight, I mentioned that with the way that Kanata Osaka had set them up, come almost with 5 in midfield to make life difficult. They conceded twice, and then were a bit more aggressive, pulled a goal back and just stayed a little bit open and left those gaps, and PSG exploited them. When you look at that PSG bench and see Kylian Mbappe keen to get amongst the goals on this tour, no doubt. Scored in the previous game, but he'd love to get a second here. Kalimwendo as well, he's scored in both games so far. Well, it might yet get a bit tougher for Gamba Osaka. We'll see anyway. Tough enough at the moment. There's Sarabia. Verratti, Messi had kept his run going. Good watchful bit of defending that, stayed with the run. Well, that was more than a clip of the heels there of Sarabia. Crunching, mistimed challenge. Nothing very friendly about that at all. Pressing and chasing down and won themselves a throw. They're not letting up at the moment here, Paris Saint-Germain. Kimpembe. Now Marquinhos. Vitinha. There's Messi. Look at this again. It's Neymar. They're backing off him, deflected through and grabbed by Higashiguchi. Verratti wanted it played into his feet. Now Verratti has it. Options all around. He decided to hold on to it. And the chance was gone. Goodness me. Verratti, that great taker of the right option, player of the right pass, made a mess of that. It should have been 5-1. Two added minutes at the end of the first half, largely down to that cooling break. Donnarumma getting in on the act and making a bit of a mess of that, but Suzuki not able to punish him. Sergio Ramos. Verratti. Fukuoka. 2 minutes of added time played. Maybe time for one final PSG counter. Oh, what a half that was. It was goalless going into the 28th minute, but then Pablo Sarabia gave PSG the lead after Messi's shot was saved. Neymar then from the spot before Kurakawa pulled one back for Gamba Osaka. Nuno Mendes with a terrific finish, and then Messi with a goal that he swept home from close range. All of that means that at half-time, it's Paris Saint-Germain 4, Gamba Osaka 1.